and you can listen. You don't need to look at me. I'm just talking. Just click play and walk away. Clean, cook, take a shower, a bubble bath, fold your clothes, do your laundry, do your baby's hair, and listen to me. You don't gotta sit and stare, because all I'm doing is just talking. Hey yo. Just want to make sure the camera is not crooked. It probably is, and that's okay. I don't want to make this too professional looking. I just want this to be quick. I gotta hurry up and run to do some errands really quick before I have to hand in this car and be at the airport for a long time. As you guys can see, I'm in my new house. I'm so excited. It's really echoey. I hope you guys can hear me, because I had to buy me a nice little cheap tripod at Target the other day. What was it? Was it 2 days ago? It wasn't yesterday, so it was 2 days ago. And it's doing really good, because I knew that little tiny tripod was not gonna cut it. But I just want to talk real quick. And hopefully I'm not gonna be talking too long. But I want to start off by saying that you have to have faith. That's why I got my shirt on. Faith the size of a mustard seed. That's all you need. It's just a tiny little bit of faith. And people are gonna ask me, where did I get this shirt from? I made it. I got the shirt from Michael's, and I did all of this right here. But I just want to say that you have to have faith. I think a lot of people lose their faith because what they prayed for, what they asked for, what they're trying to manifest for doesn't happen in lightning speed. For me to get to this spot right here took me 18 years. And I know you're like, what? Girl, I ain't got 18 years. That sounds like a prison sentence. But it may not take that long for you. It may take you 18 months, 18 days. Shoot, it may take you 18 hours. You'll get what you asked for within the next 24 hours. Some people, it takes longer, and it's because there's things in your life that you have to change so you can get it. Maybe it took me so long because it was things that I was supposed to get and things that I was supposed to change in my life so that I can get what I was praying for. I've always wanted to leave my state, never wanted to stay in Connecticut. And I was thinking earlier today, like, how am I gonna tell this story? When I was thinking of how I was gonna tell it, it was gonna take over an hour. So this probably will be in different parts. So I'm just gonna tell you the meat, okay? I'll give you the sides later in another video. I never wanted to stay in Connecticut. Connecticut was too small for me. And I'm not like, oh, I'm a Cali girl, or I'm a New York City girl. I need to be in the limelight, woo, woo. No, I'm not like that. When I say it's too small, I mean that it has nothing to offer. Like, Connecticut is known for insurance. If you ain't working in an insurance company, or you ain't working for the state, it was just something that I never wanted to do. There's a lot of people who don't want to stay in the state that they were born in, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. A lot of people keep asking me, why do you want to leave? Why do you want to leave? Why do you want to leave? Well, by you asking me that, I feel like, why do you want me to stay? Why do you want me to stay? Why do you want me to stay? And also, I don't think anybody knows this, but my mom wasn't born in Connecticut. My mom left her birth state. So a lot of us in our family leave where our birth certificate says. Like, my mom's birth certificate is not Connecticut. And I have a lot of cousins that have Connecticut birth certificates, and they live in different states. That's just our family. We grow, we move, we see what else is out there. I've always wanted to see what else was out there, want to live in a bigger state, want to live somewhere where it's not so uppity. I smile everywhere I go. Some people look at me like I'm crazy when I smile. They be like this. In Connecticut, like, don't Google Connecticut and be like, oh, Connecticut has the best schools, they're not racist. You got that from Google. Yeah, of course Google gonna make it look good. How you feeling? Like, Connecticut, the Constitution state, they don't look stupid. But I do know for a fact that they lie on some of their school stuff. And Texas wasn't my first state either. If you guys have been following me for a long time, y'all know I wanted to live in Nevada. That was my jam. And some people attacked me saying, oh, you say you're a Christian, but you want to live in Sin City, you want to live in Vegas. Never said I want to live in Vegas. I said I want to live in Nevada. Nevada is not Vegas. Like, it's not just Vegas. Like, I guess when people think of Georgia, they think of Atlanta. You know, when you think of New York, you think of Brooklyn or NY. No, you think of Manhattan, NYC. You think of that. There's more to the state than just their commercial town. Think of Florida, think of Orlando or Miami. You know, there's more to a state than just their commercial advertising city. That's what I call it. But no, since I'm not going there, I'll tell you, I wanted to live in Henderson. And I've always wanted to just see what else is out there. I did not want to die in Connecticut. It was just basically that. I always told God, I said, I have to get out of here, and I know it's gonna happen. When I was in my 20s, I left Connecticut. When I was like 21, I left Connecticut and lived in Arkansas. I got married when I was like 21, and he was born in Arkansas. So I moved back down there with him, and I lived there for like 2.5 years, and we were gonna go to Arizona. And so I always had it in my mind that I wasn't gonna stay in Connecticut anyway, and I left almost 20 years ago. And the relationship didn't work, the marriage didn't work, and I came back. And I remember driving back, saying to myself, I'm going back to Connecticut. But it's not gonna be forever. And I was just drove from Arkansas back up to Connecticut, and I said, it's not going to last forever. I'm gonna be out of here. And I started giving myself time frames. And I said, I'm gonna be out of here in like 2 years. And I kept saying that I'm gonna leave. And but God had another plan. He said, I don't know what you're talking about, but you're gonna be a mom. I started doing foster care. And then when I got to adopt Lizzie, I said, okay, God, now I can leave. I was so excited, like, now this is when I'm supposed to leave? I was getting ready. And then all of a sudden they called me and said, she got a brother. And I was like, well, I guess I'm supposed to. But you're still aggravated. When you know you're not, okay, when you have faith on something and you want something to happen and you know it's gonna come with time, you're like, okay, I guess you're talking to me, God, but you still like, man, I want it to happen now, you know? I'm glad that I did wait, because that's when I really started looking at schools even more. And that's when I said, nah, I don't want to go to Nevada. And the 2 states that was popping up in my head was South Carolina and Texas. And a lot of people was like, why don't you go to Georgia? I'm like, what the heck? You don't know Georgia? Because the 2 towns that stuck out to me when I think of Georgia is Atlanta and Savannah. And I was like, I don't want to live there. There's nothing against it, but it wasn't calling me. The state had to call me. I asked God, I said, I don't know what state I should go to. You talk to me, Lord. You know that I want to leave, and I know you want me to leave too. And I remember taking my kids to school one day, and I got to a traffic light, and I said, God, I don't know. It's coming close for me to leave. Where do I go? Where are you sending me, Lord? And I pulled up behind this truck, this white pickup truck, looked down, and it said Texas. I was like, oh, already then. And where I live in Connecticut, we don't have out-of-state tags like that. So seeing a out-of-state tags is weird where I'm at. So I was like, whoa, okie dokie. So then I listened to it, but I was kind of like, is that really you, God, or is that me forcing that to be? You know how we do that. We're like, God told me this, you know, good and doggone well with no God telling me nothing. So I wasn't sure if that was him. So I started looking at Texas places. So I said, I'm gonna take it like it's you, but I'm still not sure. Now let me rewind back a little bit further. Before I start having that confusion, we had came down here to Texas in 2021, and I fell in love with the area. Everything was sensational. And I was gonna buy a house. Yes. I was looking at houses, went to this area, walked in, I said, I'm looking to buy a house. Can you show me houses? And then the lady was like, sure, come on, let's go. So I was walking around and everything, and she showed me a few houses, and I had that video. I'll put that up in the cards. I think it's over here. I went up in the cards. We looked at houses, and I was gonna purchase a house. And then came back up to Connecticut, because I know when I was gonna purchase. And also, my mom wants to come with us to Texas. And she always told me, wait till I retire. And she kept pushing it farther. I'm like, look, if you don't retire in 2022, I'm out. Because Jill was retired years ago, and she just kept pushing it. I said, look, you got 2022, but I'm gone. So then I knew we weren't going in 2021. But I just wanted to come down here and look, because I wanted the house built. So then I knew that was gonna take time. And so we came back up to Connecticut, and the housing market went crazy. It was a seller's market. So the house that I was looking at, the type of build that I want, jumped up $75,000 to almost $100,000. I said, we're not doing that. I like the school in this area. I like this area. Everything is sensational. I love it. It's just crazy, you know? I was like, man, they're only selling in this area. I can't rent over here. If I rent, I'm not in that school district anymore. I'm gonna be out. And I was like, but I want this school so bad. We were driving around here and I said, that's your school, that's your school. And Lizzie would just jump around and scream like, that's my school, that's my school, you know? I told her, I said, I don't think you guys are gonna be going to that school. And she's like, why not? And I explained it to her. And so I was like, dang it, because they only sell houses in this area. And so to be in that school district, or that school. And so that's when I started thinking of another state. And then I was like, but I really love Texas. I fell in love. I've been here before, so last year wasn't the first time. I came to Texas when I was younger. I have a cousin that lives in Texas. She lives a few hours away, but I've been here enough times to love the state. But this was like my first time coming back as an adult. All the other times I was a little kid, then I came as a teenager, and then I came like in my early 20s. But this is the first time I came in my late 30s. Because your girl about to be 40 in October. How you feeling? And I just can't wait to hit 40. I think when I hit 40, I'm gonna fall on the floor and cry. Especially with being diagnosed with epilepsy. So that's a brain disorder, it's a neurological disorder. You can just drop and have seizures at any time. Just making those milestones, and 40 is a milestone, just making that. Even if I don't do nothing, even if I just sit on the floor and stare at the wall on my whole 40th birthday, just the fact that I made it to 40 is gonna be incredible. But anyway, can't be crying over that. I didn't know if I wanted to go to South Carolina. So I was like, Texas, South Carolina, I don't know. And then I even started looking back at Nevada at one point. And I talked to Christy, and she's pregnant now. So we communicate every once in a while on social media. And she was like, I'm moving. And I was like, you're moving out? Because they were in Cali. I was like, you're moving? And she was like, yeah, but she didn't tell nobody. She's like, you guys, can you guess where we moving? She didn't tell nobody on the internet, but like her family and friends and stuff like that. And then she told me, and I felt so special. I said, girl, you're so lucky, you leaving. I said, you leaving your state. And she was like, yeah, but I'm gonna miss my state. My husband got his job. I said, I know, but just, but you sound excited. She was like, yeah, we are excited. It's a new chapter in our life. I said, but see, you opening a new chapter. I'm still stuck on this chapter. I can't wait to flip the page on my chapter. She was like, you're gonna get there, you're gonna get there. And then I said, what state you going to? I said, no, you ain't telling nobody. What state you going to? And she said Nevada. And I was like, oh, like that. And I said, that's the state I wanted to go to. I was like, maybe that's the sign. Maybe that's the sign. Maybe I need to go there. Maybe I need to go there. But I just kept getting this feeling like that's not your state anymore. It's strong. Stop looking at that state. That's not your state. And so I just let it go. It's like, that's not the state I want you to go to. That's the state that you've been looking at for the past decade or so. And it's like, that's not where I want you to go. So I backed off. I said, no, what about it? Alrighty then. But I don't know Texas or South Carolina because my mom, she kind of liked the Carolinas. And she's like, Carolinas is good, but South Carolina is good. It's better than North. So if you're going to go to a Carolina, choose South Carolina. She kept going like that. And then, but I kept hearing Texas. So then that's when we looked at the Texas. And then when I found out that the housing market went crazy, I was like, I can't live over here. We're going to have to live somewhere else. But this is where I wanted to live. I didn't study and research anywhere else. I researched here. And I said, well, if I got to start research all over, I might as well just research South Carolina. And so then God kept telling me, Texas. I was like, okay. And so then I would hear things about Texas. Lizzie and Eddie would keep yelling about, we're moving to Texas, telling everybody they saw. I was like, chill. When people would ask me, you're moving, where you moving to? I would just blurt out Texas out of nowhere. Like, Texas? What the heck did I say that for? I'm not even sure. I started looking at apartments and stuff. And my mom wanted to live with us. And there's not many 4-bedroom apartments. There are some, but when I found them, I don't like the school system there. So I'm like, dang it. And that's when I even told my mom, I said, you're gonna have to live on your own. Because I said, I can't go to this school. I found another school, but they don't have 4-bedroom apartments. They got 3 bedrooms, so you're gonna have to live on your own. You have to live in another unit in the same complex, but you gotta live on your own. Because I want to be here. This is the second best school, like not second best school in Texas, but it's the second choice to what I wanted at first. My mom was like, oh, okay. She don't want to live on her own. She always want to live with me, all the time. So then I started feeling guilty. I was like, dang it. But I was getting aggravated, and I was talking to my sister, and I was like, Mom, you always want to live with me. And I said, I just want to flip my wings and stuff like that. I said, so now I feel guilty. Like, I got to find a good school for my kids. But then I got to find a place that will house my mom as well. So I was just, girl, I used to be crying to my sister. And so then I was sitting in the computer. And I just felt this feeling, because I always kept going on Zillow and HAR and apartments.com. And I got this feeling that something just told me, go on the website that you were on before. Go back to that community. And I was just like, and you don't hear voices. It's not like, well, there are people in the world that hear voices, but it's not like a Luke, I am your father. It's not like that. You feel like kind of like, I have a feeling to call you, or I got a weird feeling. Something ain't gonna be right. Or I got a feeling today gonna be a good day. It's a feeling. But you know the feeling is not something you made. I don't know how to explain it. I just got this feeling. Go on that website that you found this area, look at it again. Just go look at it again and look up renting. And I just clicked on it, and I saw that this area is now renting the homes. Girl, I jumped up, I twirled around and I screamed out loud. My mom was like, what? I said, you know the area. She's like, what area? It's in Texas. She was like, what? When we went and did those house tours? I said, yeah. She said, you still gonna buy a house? This is not a buyer's market, it's a seller's market. I said, no, they are renting the homes out, and I'm getting one. It's probably because they can't sell them. I said, yeah. So then she was like, go look for them. Go. I was looking, and I found this one. I'm always putting stuff on. No, let me rewind back. Hold up. I had a couple months that went by from me just thinking and feeling guilty and just not knowing what to do. I dropped my kids off at school. And after I dropped them off, I drove down the street and I was like, God, I need you to talk to me. Even if you got to make it seem like the craziest, weirdest, out of the ordinary thing, just speak to me. Am I praying to you right? Am I living right? See, I was fasting and praying. Y'all saw me. Y'all kind of saw how I was losing weight pretty quickly. I wasn't starving myself, but I was just focused on fasting and praying. And I was like, oh, but then I was like, God, tell me if I'm fasting wrong, because you know I got the neurological sensation. I can't be passing out. But everything was good. And I got to the traffic light, and that same traffic light, got to that traffic light, was getting ready to hit that left turn. That white truck was in front of me, Texas. And I never saw that truck after that day. Never saw the truck in between those days that I asked God to give me a sign. Kept seeing that white pickup truck. Now I'm starting to think the white pickup truck wasn't even real. I don't know. Or maybe it was, something was probably telling that driver, like, I gotta go this path today, I gotta go this way today. Or maybe they took the wrong turn, maybe there was traffic, maybe there was road construction on their path and they had to come my way. Never saw that truck again. And it was a white pickup truck that had Texas license plates on it. And I said, all right. Now we're gonna go back to when I went and found and saw that they're renting here. And then that's when I told my sister about that I was seeing the pickup truck, and she's like, girl, you're giving me chills. And then she would cry, because we talked on the phone all the time. She said, girl, you got me crying right now. And I got chills like that. I was like, I'm going to Texas. And I said, I don't know what's there, but something is there. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do for somebody here, but I'm supposed to go here, just like the pickup truck. And like I was saying, I don't know if my path coming here is for someone else. On my computer's notes, I put pray for these properties. And I made it really, really big, underline it and bold it. And I would just copying addresses down, And the first address on right under where it said pray for these properties was this address. And I just put the address, love the house, love the floor plan, was looking at those popping, and brand new, nobody lived in it. You know, I like those sensations. I started looking at other properties, started throwing addresses under the list. Like, just pray for these, God. Just give me one of them. I was like, how can I do this? How can I go down there and find a house? We gotta fly back down there. My sister was saying how she wanted to go to Disney World. Christopher was like, is Lizzie and Eddie and Nana and Kim going? Because he says all of our names. It's so cute. And then Christine was like, I don't think they coming. And then something told me, go. Spend time. This is going to be the cousins having a big grand thing before you leave. Go, and this is what I want you to do. Go to Texas as well. And normally I wouldn't be doing it. I'm like, that's a lot of money. And when I book flights, I do round trip. I've never booked a flight from Connecticut to Florida, one way. Then Florida to Texas, one way. And then Texas back to Connecticut, one way. But I felt so calm doing it. I was like, this is crazy. I'm booking 3 flights, all one way. I said, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And so that's when I did it. And you guys saw our trip, our Florida trip. And so, but before then, I had contacted the realtor here. And I told her, and I think she thought it was crazy, like I was like a scam or something. I said I don't live in I don't live in Texas. I live in Connecticut. I'm gonna be down there for just a few days. Would you be able to show me houses? And she said, which house would you like to see? And I said, I gave her this address, said this one. She said, okay. And all I wanted to see was just this one, the first on the list. And God was like, pick that one. So I said, okay, that was the first one on the list. I didn't choose any of the other ones, and I had like a good 20 houses. I just picked one on the top. That's the first one. It's on the top for a reason. That's it. That's the one you want me to check. Doing it. I came down here, met her. She's so sweet. And so I met her, and she showed me. But before that, I said, I didn't hear from her again. I was like, this one probably thinks I'm like a scammer, like crazy. So I wrote to her. I said, I'm just letting you know I'm gonna be there in a couple days. She said, oh no, that's fine. I've been looking up stuff for you. And I was like, oh. She said, I'm not just gonna show you that one house. I'm gonna show you 4 houses. I was like, alrighty then. She's been doing some research. She's ready. She's getting ready for you, okay? So she got here and she showed me 4 houses. She showed me this one. She showed me a number 2, number 3, number 4. I'll put that up there where you can see our house tour, our second house tour. And we fell in love with house number 4. I think it's because it had the upstairs, downstairs was something different, no sensation. They're all next to each other. Like I walked down the street yesterday and walked past number 4, house number 4. And somebody got it because they took their trash out to the curb. I didn't see the person. I saw the trash at the curb. Oh, the battery's dying. Okie dokie. Okay, it's probably crooked. It's probably crooked now. But I changed the battery. I have brought down everything. Brought down bank statements, tax information. I was like, I hope I get this place because I don't have a traditional job. So it's like my job is through YouTube. I said, but I bought a car being a YouTuber, not having a traditional job. She loved all the information. She was like, oh, you came prepared. Like, yep. Mm-hmm. She said, which house do you want to which house did you fall in love with? And Lizzie and I were like, number 4. Not even paying attention. So you prayed for number 1, but then you just saw something bigger and you just went for something bigger. Instead of going for what you prayed for, what I have for you, you looked over something bigger and you just wanted that. I gave the information, and what was crazy is that someone had snatched up house 3 before we could even like think about it. Because when we were leaving house 3, there were people outside. I don't know if I left it in the video where Lizzie was like, there's some people outside, there's some people outside. And someone else, another realtor had brought her 2 clients there. And I was like, oh my goodness, these people are quick. And they took the house, snatched it up. I still have you in for house 4. I said, okay, whew, like that. 2 days later, I didn't hear from her, but I was being nosy. So I went back on the website, and on the website it said under contract, pending. I was like, is that us? Like it's pending because we like said, hello, we want it, like that. So I asked her, and she said, no, they didn't tell me anything about it. I don't think that pending is you. And then I said, oh man. And I felt so bad and defeated because I was like, I can't go back down there, like again, to go tour other houses. And I want to tour it before I just put money down, because it could be a picture of something else. That ain't what I'm leasing, you know? I told God, I said, God, I'm not mad. I remember sitting on the couch and I said, God, I'm not mad, but I am kind of nosy. Why we didn't get house 4? And I was like, but don't be mad. I was just like that, just sitting. Because when I was growing up, I always thought you had to pray a certain way. And you can't talk to him like he's a family member. He has to be talked to in a certain way. And then as I got older, it's like, no, he doesn't. Just talk to him like I'm talking to you. Talk to him. So I said, God, I know there's a reason. And I'm not mad, but I'm nosy. What's the reason why we didn't get house 4? And I said like that. I said, don't be mad. I said like that. And all I heard was the landlord. And I went, okay, thank you. And I told my mom, I said, I think it's that landlord. There must be something with that landlord. Either the landlord is mean, either the landlord is picky about something, or either the landlord is going to sell that house quickly. Like, they can't sell it through during your lease, but they're probably gonna sell it immediately after a 1-year lease. And then you gotta move all the stuff again, you know? I still felt defeated because I was like, dang it, am I gonna have to come back down here? I'll come back by myself, but I don't have to come back down here and look at a place. Still not thinking about house number 1. I guess because I saw the excitement of my kids, that there was an upstairs and downstairs. And so I was like, dang it, there's no more upstairs and downstairs houses that we saw. And then the realtor was like, you do know there's still number 1. You want me to put you in for that? While she was putting me in for it, she said, okay, I'll let you know what's gonna happen. While she was doing that, I went back on the websites looking at more houses. And I was like, oh, I like this house. And so I copied the address and I was pasting it on my notes where it says, pray for these properties. And right on, like I told y'all, right under that, it had this address. And it was like, you prayed for this. That's our house. And I kept saying, God, that's our house. I'm not gonna look at no more houses. That's our house. Kind of like with my van. When I was like, I want this van, but I don't have a traditional job. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it because everybody says YouTube is not a job. Social media is not a job. They're gonna look at it like, oh, you just get checks. And then God told me, that's your house. I mean, not your house. That's your car. Stop looking at other cars. Stop feeling bad. You're gonna get that van. And I got the van on a not real job. And I was like, you're gonna get this place. You said you wanted this. You prayed for it. This is gonna be yours. After, I'm gonna say, like after a day, I think like 24 hours, found out that the landlord loved us. And then she said, okay, now we're gonna move forward to checking your credit. You should hear back from us in a couple days. I heard back from them in about 6 hours. And it was like, everything was good. Here we go. Like, it was just moving so fast. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It was just moving so fast, but then the devil just had to like, boop, right in there. Things was happening with transferring money. And then fear started to come inside my head. Since we're in different states, I had to transfer money electronically. And I hear, don't transfer money to landlords or anything like that electronically. You get scammed. That's all I kept hearing, And it was like loud in my ear. But then I kept getting this feeling like, it's okay. You're praying for this. It's okay. But then this noise in my ear. You're getting scammed. They need all this money. You're getting scammed. And then it just kept going. Kim, stop. Go. But there was hurdles. Like my bank declined money getting shipped out, and it was like because I was sending too much and I never did that before. So I got on the phone, I said, this is me. They said, okay, we're gonna email you something. We want you to click on the email. Then we're gonna text you something. We want you to read off those codes off of your cell phone. They said, okay, whatever, send me something. You need to send somebody to the house, and I wave at them, come on, you know? And they said, okay, you did all those steps. You gave me all of your little secret sensational codes that you got on your bank. And I said, yes, it's me. So you gotta do it in parts. I said, I'll do it in parts. So then I told the realtor, and I said, she's probably gonna think that I'm the scam. Because I was doing all this stuff real fast, but the minute they started asking for money, now there's problems with her. I was like, oh man, they're not gonna like me. And then it was like, I was telling the devil, like, get out of here. This is me, this is my life. Me and God got this. Deuces. Everything just started happening. And then I said, I gotta go back down to Texas. It was like, now you gotta come get your keys. I was like, okay. And my sister was like, tell them to mail your keys up. Tell them to ship your keys up. Don't go back down to Texas for keys. But I had this feeling, you gotta go back down there. You have to go down there. Found the website, the furniture store, called the company, and I said, I just want to let you know I'm only gonna be in town for like 3 days, really 2 days, because I don't count today. Today I'm going back home to Connecticut. And so I didn't count today. I said, technically I only got 1 day. I only got Friday. I got 1 day. You think you could get it here, and you gotta guarantee it. You can't say, no, can we come tomorrow? I said, it has to be today. And I said, I'm moving into the state. I'm new here. And he was like, he said, I could tell that you're not from here just by the way you're forming your sentences. It was funny how you said it. He said, I could tell you from up north because the way you forming your sentence, we don't talk like that. He said, no, I can guarantee that we'll bring it there on Friday. I said, alrighty then. I said, thank you so much. And he said, you're welcome to Texas. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was so excited. I would just stand up and start hopping around crying and everything. I said, I gotta fly down here. So I flew down here on Thursday, got down here, did everything I needed to do. I did everything I need to do. I'm responsible to keep up with the lawn. I do not want no lawnmower. I hate mowing the lawn. I said, I'm gonna hire me a landscaper. He showed up like that. Him and his boys automatically did the lawn yesterday. It was perfect. The guys came here and put the furniture. I was feeling good. I was like, I'm getting accomplished. It was great. He gonna be here every 2 weeks. The house is being monitored. It's a smart house. Got people watching it when I'm gone. It's perfect. It just looks good. It's still echoey because I don't have area rugs because the floor is tile. Carpet, it would have took the echo out because there's no echoes in the bedrooms anymore. And there was barely echo in the bedroom before. I'm probably talking for a long time, y'all. And y'all probably like, but y'all like when I just talk, you know? You can fast forward, you can just exit out, come back and watch the other part later. You know, it's all about faith. You just gotta have faith. That's what the main part of this video is about, just having faith in how I made it. It took me 18 years, y'all. 18. And most people would have just skirt off. Another thing is, I kind of felt like moving wasn't gonna happen for me when I was diagnosed with epilepsy. And I was diagnosed with epilepsy in 2017. And that fear stayed in me for a little bit. Not fear of like really scared, like, oh my God, I'm scared, I can't leave the house, I can't do this, I can't drive anymore. That fear didn't, no, it wasn't like that. It was more like, I can't move. Like, I can't move. And then God was talking to me like, what do you mean you can't move? Always been that it's gonna happen type of person. It's gonna happen type of person. But I need you to really believe it on serious things, like real hardcore serious things. I would always pray like I didn't get a seizure today, and I would always feel so sad when I hear people get multiple seizures in an hour. And I hear God telling me, remove your stress, sleep, and drink water. You can't be dehydrated, which I'm about to give you some water before right after I say the video. I feel that me being diagnosed with epilepsy was for me to like add more faith, to understand, and to wait, basically for me to wake up to take care of my body. And it was like, I need you to see that you're trashing your body, and I'm letting you know that you can drag it down to the ground. But I also need you to have faith that if you take care of your body, you're gonna be all right. And so that's why I love to wear my faith shirt all the time. Like I wear this a lot, or the I am blessed shirt. I think the green one is I walk by faith and not by sight. Like a lot of my shirts is like faith-based. I love them. A lot of people say I should sell them. I'm like, I can't be doing that right now. I can't have a stress about opening up something right now. But have faith, no matter what it looks like. Like I tell my sister this all of the time, because she wants to do certain things, and she's like, but I'm looking at it now and I don't see how it's gonna happen. Like, how's that gonna happen? How's that gonna happen? And I'm like, you never can see what something looks like where you're standing. It's kind of like you got to get to a location. You don't know how to get there, so you put your GPS system on, right? Put your GPS. Now, and let's say it's like 20 miles down the street. Do you see where it's at? Like, you got to go to your grandma's house, and you know she lives 20 miles down the road. Do you see your grandma's house from where you're at? You left, like, your house is like 2 blocks down. So you just left the house. You drove 2 blocks down the street, and you got 20 miles to go. Do you see grandma's house yet? You don't see grandma's house till you get closer to it, right? So you don't know how you're gonna get. You don't know what it looked like in between. You don't know if there's a pothole on the ground. That's a trial and tribulation. You don't know if there's a detour on the road because they're doing some whatever that mess is called, construction. That's a trial and tribulation. You don't know if there's an accident, if there's a car accident, so you gotta go to the other side. That's a trial and tribulation. So you don't know what's gonna happen on that path. So you don't know what you're going to have to deal with. You don't know what it looked like on the way to grandma's house, and you can't see it. So it's just like that. It's just like that in life. It's like, I didn't know how I was gonna get here. I didn't know when I got here I would be working for myself. I didn't know when I got here I would be diagnosed with a disorder. Like, I didn't know all that stuff was gonna happen. So it's like, when I had it in my mind that I wanted to leave Connecticut and it's gonna happen, in 2017 I got diagnosed with a disorder, lost my job, so I had to live off my savings. And then YouTube just sat there and made a viral video, and that's how everybody came. Like, so many people were asking, why'd you adopt those kids? They don't look like you. Blah, 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 blah. And some just told me, you need to just go downstairs, get in your car, and explain yourself. Just let people see who you are. You're this silly, don't take no mess type of person. And so I sat down in the car, talked, edited that video so quickly, that video went viral, and now we are today. At first, YouTube was just like side money, like something to throw in your savings account. Like I never touched it. And then I lost my job and I had to work harder and harder. And now here I am today. And I'm not sad for the stuff that I had to go through. I love how I do have a testimony. You know, I'm just happy, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I'm sure this video was like an hour and a half long. Sorry that's taking this long. I wanted to make sure I talk to you. I want to make sure I have my faith shirt on and I'm sitting on my new 11-foot couch. This thing's 11 feet long. I didn't know it was this long. And when the guys came, they say, yeah, you ordered a very long couch. I said, but I love it. Even with my snuffleupagus, I was gonna say flowers, even my snuffleupagus pillows. I'm probably not gonna keep them on there. My mom and I, we laugh at these pillows. I like the other two, but these are my snuffleupagus, you know. But they're growing on me a little more. They're growing on me a little more. I really feel that I'm supposed to help somebody here. Maybe I'm supposed to find my husband. Everybody always picks on me and say, you're gonna find your man. I'm like, oh gosh. Maybe I'm supposed to find my second husband because I've been married before. So then I ain't no spring chickens in the marriage sensation. So maybe I'm supposed to find a husband, a father for my kids. I don't know. I don't know if maybe I'm supposed to be the mom to a widow. It's a widower. And he got some children. And maybe we supposed to come together. Maybe I'm supposed to cross paths with another entrepreneur, another influencer, and together we rock the nation. You know, I don't know. We just here for a reason, and we're here. I got my place. Boom. How you feeling? I don't know what else to say. Leave questions in the comment section. I'll either answer them directly to you or I'll make a whole nother video, but your girl gotta go. I'm late. I know they're probably gonna charge me extra for this car. I'm like, I prefer. Should I get some extra sensation? I'm going there big. Like I've lost my mind. Oh, I got some red stuff near this white couch. I put that down there, hold that before I drive there. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Thank you so much for commenting and subscribing and sharing our information and thinking about us and telling your friends and everybody else about us. You guys were like, I was watching another video and I had to stop that real quick because my holding it down is on the screen. That's what I'm talking about. I was doing a clean with me. The video before this one, it was so effortless because there's so much space and it's so bright. The lighting is great. And I said, I'm not going to have a gray apartment. It's not going to be dark. I said, this house, I said, no, it's not an apartment anymore. I got a house. I'm so proud. And it's not going to be gray. It's going to be cream. It's going to be bright. We're going to be living large and taking charge. How you feeling? And you keep having your faith. Not only pray with something bad, pray with something that's good. With something good, you wake up, you shout, you scream, you holler, you tell God, thank you. Don't forget who he is because he done gave you everything. He done handed you the sensation. You're like, thank you, Jesus. And then you don't say nothing else no more. No, you say thank you every single day. Even when you just drive and you just say thank you. And you just say thank you out loud. And you don't even have in your mind what you're saying thank you for. You just say thank you when you wake up in the morning. Say thank you. And it don't have to be a formalized prayer that you have to say these certain words. You can just write along. God, thank you for the day. I'm so blessed. I'm so happy. And that can just be the end of it. You know, just don't fall to the floor and start looking for scriptures when everything's going wrong. And also ask God, what do you want me to do with my life? Who can I help? Because you never know. When you ask who you can help, God's going to put you on a path to help someone, and they may send you over there to help them. And you're like, I'm moving over there? I'm getting this job? You blessed me with this career? Whoa, I never even thought I could even do this. And God's like, yeah, you got to do it to help the person you've been praying to help. You're like, see, you don't understand. When you want someone else to be blessed, you get blessed in the process because you got to go over there to help them. How you feeling? You don't know. It's like a 2-for-1 special. God gets it together. It's multiple ingredients in that pot. How you feeling? I got to go. I'm talking too much. This video is probably 2 hours long. But I'm still going to put it up. And you're still going to watch it. And if you don't, I hope you still clicked on it, get the views up so more people can watch it. Just play. I don't know why I'm saying this long. I'm going to put this part in the beginning. Just click play and walk away. And you can listen. You don't need to look at me. I'm just talking. Just click play and walk away. Clean, cook, take a shower, a bubble bath, fold your clothes, do your laundry, do your baby's hair, and listen to me. You don't gotta sit and stare. Because all I'm doing is just talking. I love you guys so much. Woo! Stay faithed up. It's coming. Your blessing's coming. Love you. See you on the flip side. Next time you see me, I'll be in Connecticut. Love you.